Today is day 2 of the challenge. Yesterday I talked about why I wanted to create my YouTube channel, and I created the first video. Today, however, I want to talk about factors to consider in creating your channel name or brand. The big bird word of the day is be strategic. Will your brand name be you or your product or service? For example, I could have named my channel Joe Collins the Biker, which is after me, or I could have said Bikers Are Us, which is about something that I or other people would do. Is it creative? Well, why would you want it to be creative? Primarily to attract attention. Now, for me, that was a kind of a two-edged sword. The positive side, yes, it would attract attention, but for me, considering this thing may or may not be successful, I went with a little more moderate approach in doing so. Are there legal implications? Well, let's say I was going to be reviewing products from Procter & Gamble, and products that were harmful to the health. So I probably would name my channel Procter & Gamble Products That Cause Cancer. I'm no lawyer, but I suspect that there could be some risk in doing that. Is it taken? The name I want to use, Google is your friend. Check it out. Make sure that no one else is using it. When I was considering my name, I did a Google, and a bunch of pages came up with a person that was my name. It happened to be a politician. Well, that told me you might want to consider, there's nothing wrong with being a politician, but I probably should choose a different name. One of the things you need to consider is, will your brand name, or are you thinking about your brand being a business? I mentioned before, my wife is an entrepreneur, and she's always asking me, encouraging me to think about monetizing. So I needed to give some serious thought to the business entity name. Now, there are a number of types of business entity. You need to talk to a lawyer whether or not which type makes sense for you if you decide to do it. But think about it now, and what that business entity name should be, and whether or not the name is already being used. Trademarking, that's another thing to protect yourself. Costs $600. That's something that I didn't do. If it turns out that it's something I need to do, having made some money, I will. Dun & Bradstreet, again, another organization that as a business you should register with, and there are advantages associated with doing that as well. Domain name, that's something else that you should also get. I did that, and there are a number of places like that you can get them very cheap, so that you can use them for email and websites and so on. Now, do your research now. It's better to do it now and to find out that you made the right decision versus having gone along the way and then you determine, oh, I'd like to change, but it may be more than a notion to do so. My brand choice. So I think it reflects what I'm trying to do in terms of sharing information about internet streaming as I learn along the way. Now, tomorrow I'm going to talk about graphics, and that I'm a left-brain person, so I had to get some things done, and inexpensively, cheap, anyway, like the logo you see on the screen. So stay tuned. If you like what you see or what you've heard, like, share, and what's the third one? Subscribe. Take care.